Then with the coming of the railroad and the tourists coming here, you had hotels, resorts, and gunning clubs on almost every one of the barrier islands and the mainland, because this was one of the richest areas in the United States. And the person that can give you further information on that is Dr. Miles Barnes. That is his specialty, because from the 1880s into the 1930s, you had everybody coming here from President Grover Cleveland, the Chrysler's, the Mells, the Rockefellers, the Biddles, the Harrisons, the Whitmans, the Schaefers, the Cushmans, the Thaws, famous artists, writers, novelists, all regularly vacationed here. This was the place to be. This was one of 3 counties in the United States that the United States government lists as the wealthiest counties in the country.
Wow.
Food production.
I did not know
So they
that.
had these huge houses built, Victorian architecture sometimes. The Pennsylvania Railroad came down, there were 2 tracks in, and those trains moved. Mail service was faster then, and so this was a highly desirable place to be. But that, of course, changes. By the end of the 1920s, there was a disruption in the economy with the potato market, later other vegetables. You had over-harvesting and pollution was hurting the seafood industry. They're right at immediately they began with the worst possible pesticides, not only of course fertilizers, but they started with a thing called Paris green that has nothing to do with Paris, France. Paris green is arsenic. I, as a small child, remember DDT, which came in great big black barrels. Used to visit my grandmother in Doherty up in Accomack County every Sunday. Used to get yelled at for climbing up on them. We as kids used to call it drop dead twice. This place was literally soaked in DDT. It's illegal in this country now. They're just getting over the effects of it, but that hurt. But the thing that really messed up the hotel, resorts, and gunning clubs was a resumption of a series of intense storms. And not that you hadn't had storms all along. For example, in 1896, a minor hurricane mashed the greater part of the famous Cobb's Hotel, which was not one building, it was a series of several buildings. But by that time, the beach had eroded up to that, and it didn't take a whole lot to do this. So some people were seeing the hand wave on the wall then. But you really hadn't had, for a period of about 100 years, these intense hurricanes hitting here. And according to public records, about a 100-year period. The last ones were these times with these really great storms like the 1820s, 1830s. Of course, there have been nor'easters and minor hurricanes. But in August of 1933, a Category 4 hurricane forms out in the Atlantic Ocean. They were not naming them then. And slams into us, Ocean View, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and so forth, creating things like Willoughby Spit and all that. And, of course, population of, I'm associated with Hog Island. My family is forced to live there and own property as a catch to it. That's 1750s. And people said they had never seen anything like it. Said the Atlantic Ocean was literally rising up and flopping over the island. Hog Island Bay was flopping over from the other side. And by the way, Hog Island Bay on very old maps is called the Broadwater, so that's why the town over there was called Broadwater. People struggling with upper floors of their houses, standing on furniture, holding their kids in arms. A lot of people made it to the Coast Guard station of lighthouse keepers' houses. One lady was having a baby. Another lady was 7 months with a child. She had to swim to save her life. And when that went down, and it was like in all of these files, it began to dawn on people, we can't have communities over here